Yo, it's D.Arthur in the building. I'm talking to you guys today about, can women smell semen retention on a man? In my opinion, women can smell seed retention on a man. And it's very subtle. It's a very subtle thing. Usually when you go on semen retention, and the caveat is just that the misconception is that you just think that you're going to be on semen retention and then you're going to get all this woman attraction. That really isn't the case. You have to combine semen retention with other things in your life, like meditation and working out to increase that testosterone boost. But you also can't be living a double life and doing PMO and be on semen retention. You can't be on watching vids and also be on semen retention. It won't help the effects. You have to have a clean streak. None of this double-mindedness thing. It has to be a super clean streak. You gotta be on semen retention, and that's it. You gotta meditate, and you gotta hit the gym consistently. And you also gotta be reading self-development books. If you do this enough, and you've taken care of yourself, and you're maybe in a social situation or something like that, you can definitely see, because you're just going to be a lot more present. If you fapped recently, or at least you've been on PMO, and then you go into another, and maybe go to a social situation, something like that, you see the effects. There are differences. There's actually big differences. People probably will try you less. You can be a very physically put together guy, but if you fap recently and then you go out, they're gonna sense this, because like you're not as present as you can. This comes down to presence. Your presence is going to be, it might even come across as intimidating when you've been on retention for a good amount of times, because you just have this keen killer's mentality, this mentality that you're just a very present individual. You're very present. The key word from all of this is present. You're living in presence. You're present. When you fap, you're not as present. You're just in your head. When you watch PMO, you're in your head. You're thinking about things that are just not relevant to what you're doing specifically right now, and this subconsciously holds a lot of weight. And especially if you're with a one-on-one with a woman, she can definitely sense it subconsciously. It's about the vibes that you guys are giving off. And if you've been watching, or you've been on PMO recently, you go out with a woman, she can probably sense this subconsciously. These are almost subconscious things. You have to realize, you have to see the vibe. There's a vibe that you kind of give off when you on retention. You can the polarity. There's a polarity thing. Feminine energy, for example, you can feel the feminine energy. Maybe you're picking a girl up, she gets in your car, and then you can sense that energy, that feminine energy just come right next to you. You can sense this. And if you fapped recently, it might come across as intimidating, because you're just not, most of the time you're probably by yourself. So when there is a feminine presence, feminine energy, and if you've not been on your toes, if you've not been on your tippy toes, this is what comes across as, if you have not been doing the things that you're supposed to be doing, this can come across as nervousness. She might think, oh, why is he so nervous? Has he never been around a woman before? This is why you're sabotaging yourself every time you fap, every time you watch. You're sabotaging yourself. If you think a product is, if PMO is free, you're paying with your soul. If you didn't realize this, you're actually paying a lot more. You're paying a lot more with your soul, with your personality, with your lack of enthusiasm every time you decide to fap and go on PMO. So think twice before you do some of these things, because you don't think that it's gonna hurt, but actually, especially when it comes to social interactions with women, it actually hurts you a lot, especially when it comes to even the spiritual realm. You're just gonna be, like I said, after you fapped after you're on PMO, you've watched PMO, you're going to come across as lethargic. You're just going to come across as not present. You're going to come across as scared. You're going to come across as not present. And subconsciously, people will sense this. Women can sense this easily. Women are social creatures. So usually the social alpha is the person who's present. The most present individual in the room is usually, quote unquote, known as the social alpha. And this is who you'll become, or at least you'll start working towards when you've retained, you worked on yourself, when you practice social skills. But if you're fapping 24/7, you will not be present whatsoever. I don't care what anybody says, you will not be present. The feminine energy will destroy you because you're not used to this feminine energy. You have to combat the feminine energy with your masculine energy. So there's a good distinction between both of you, so it can be compatible. But if you have weak masculine energy, the feminine energy will destroy you. You have to realize this. This is all subconscious. This is all energy. You have to realize this. This is very important. So can she smell retention on a man? Yes, she can smell retention on a man because she senses how present you are, how masculine you are, how indifferent you may be, and how you just think and how you operate. Your superpower is your masculine energy. Your superpower is your indifference. Your superpower is your presence. Your superpower is the words that you speak. As the masculine thinking of a man, the masculine suggestions of a man, the masculine opinions of the man. This is where your superpower is. Your suggestions. This is where your superpower lies. Guys, don't think this holds a lot of weight. It actually does. You have to just realize this. So she can smell the retention on a man because you're present, you look good, you're physically capable, you feel that in you, you feel the sense in you, and now you're displaying the sense in you based off your body language, your behaviors, and she can sense this easily. She can sense it, especially if you look good physically. She will sense it. She will come near you. She'll become close to you. She can sense this masculine energy, and you're going to be on her. She's going to be attracted to you. But if you, like I said, if you fapped, you watched, even if you watched but you didn't fap, it's still not going to be the same effect. You have to have a clean streak. You have to be, you just have to be present. You have to be masculine. If you don't wake up with the heart on in the morning, then you are lacking testosterone. These are one of the joyous things of being a man. So if some of these things aren't happening for you, you got to work a bit harder. Stay off the PMO, the corn. Stay off it. It will, I promise you, it will benefit you in your dating life. You can start from there. So, because the funny thing is, every time you do fap, or at least you release with a girl that you may not even like, you kind of regret it. You, at least more times than not, you kind of regret it if it's a girl you don't like. If you don't find her that attractive, if you guys aren't having if you guys are not in a legitimate relationship, there's no other things with that you guys are connected on except just solely physical, then after you just don't care as much about her anymore, and this is why she complains. So you have to at least do it with someone you actually genuinely like. This will come across as the most genuine. She'll probably like it, you'll like it, and things can go forward. But if you're just fapping, if you're just releasing to anything and anyhow, things just your life, because it's just what's on the other side of you having S3X with her? Nothing. You have to realize this, guys. Put it too much on a pedestal. They put it too much on a pedestal. This is why they lack in life, because if you need something from her, you'll never have things from her. You don't need anything. You're abundant in your life, and sure, you're going along in your own life. Someone wants to come for the ride, go ahead. She will smell the retention on you because you have potent energy. You have potent masculine energy. You're present. You're feeling good about yourself. Your behaviors, your body language says so, and now she's attracted to this, and she can smell it, she can sense it. Subconsciously, women are made to sense the masculine energy, the semen retention off a man, and you have a better shot with her. easily, because you're just, like I said, present and feeling good about yourself. With that being said, like, comment, subscribe. We will see you in the next video. Peace.